Who is the toughest? Is it Mayo's football giant? Or the former NFL star? What about the Ashes-winning fast bowler? Is he tougher than the Tipperary hurling captain? 4 of the best in the business are swapping codes as pros switch places with amateurs. As part of the toughest campaign, club championship sponsor AIB thrust 2 professionals into the blood and thunder of the parish game and set 2 GAA All-Stars the task of cutting it in professional sport. Last week, Tipperary's Brendan Maher swapped places with England cricketer Steve Harmison. This week, Mayo's Aidan O'Shea trades places with former Miami Dolphin Roberto Wallace. Can they survive the toughest trade?
The sport, Gaelic football, I never had heard of it before I came to Ireland. Never seen it.
After a distinguished college career at San Diego State, Roberto Wallace signed for the Miami Dolphins as a wide receiver. In Mayo, he is about to get his first live taste of Gaelic football. He's joined by Aidan O'Shea's dad, Jim, who has 3 sons involved with the Mayo team.
What number is Aidan?
Aidan will be wearing number 11. So that's the centre forward position.
So you can bounce it, you can kick it to yourself, toe it, like you said,
yeah.
and then...
You can take 4 steps. I mean, you must play the ball either bounce or on your toe.
As tempers start to flare, Roberto gets a seat upgrade.
The Dublin team rather than the Mayo team are between the best in the country.
How you doing, buddy? Roberto, man. Hey, nice to meet you, man.
Enjoyed that?
Yeah, that was fun, dude. That looked really fun, man.
Oh my God.
You're gonna have a great
You
time.
picked a great day. You picked a great day to come here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's okay. You're gonna get way better weather in
Yeah,
San Diego.
yeah, San Diego.
You excited?
Yeah, I can't
Ready?
wait. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
That's awesome, man. Sure. You're gonna be on my side of town, man.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, good.
Awesome
Anyway,
meeting you, man.
Enjoy the week.
Yeah.
Start of an interesting week here in LA. We're all building up to next Saturday, the Combine in Houston.
A star player for Mayo since his teens, Aidan O'Shea is now one of the most recognisable faces in the GAA. The Brafey man has just 5 days to prepare for an NFL trial, or Combine as it's called, where lucrative contracts with the league's 32 teams are won or lost by the tightest of margins.
Yeah, I'm expecting a very tough, physical, demanding week, trying to build in a year's work for these guys going to the Combine, their dream of making it into the draft, and I'm trying to build it all into 1 week. I'm expecting to be slightly out of my depth in many areas, but at the same time, I'm going to try and give it my best shot and try and make an impression as much as I can.
Aidan's first experience of American football is at LA's prestigious Notre Dame High School, a powerhouse in California football that has produced numerous NFL stars.
Break, hit, 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 hit. Nice, nice. Get the cleats in the ground. It's much better. Okay, from here, I want to really burst. Stay low. Come in, touch. Break, 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 break. Okay. Good. And plant. Okay, good. Nice. And contact zone. Protect that ball. Hit. Plant. Nice. Here we go. Hey. You want to take a second for some air?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
You're killing me, guys.
Good adjustment.
Thanks, man.
Hey.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be doing as much running, but even just the footwork and on the line of scrimmage and stuff like that. So you don't probably pay attention to that when you're watching on telly, etc. So just nice to get a bit of detail on it. It was enjoyable. Thanks,
We'll keep track of it.
Back in Mayo, Roberto Wallace is about to meet his Brafey teammates.
Just excited, looking forward to it. A little nervous at the same time. Went to the match last night and it looked really fun. So I just want to go out there and try it and see what I could do.
hope you have a great week.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to it, for sure.
And take it easy, these fellas are not as big as you.
I will. Take it easy on me, please. This is what the week ahead has in store for me, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun, learning the fundamentals of the game and getting used to the culture and just kind of the ins and outs of the game. The guys were so welcoming, just very supportive, you know. I was expecting a little bit more of an awkward reaction, but it was quite the opposite. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Caught him. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. A lot of names, guys. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Jerry, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, boss. Nice to meet you.
James.
In 6 days' time, Roberto will line out for Brafey in a match with their local rivals, Park.
Head down, drill it straight at him. Yeah, left hand pass, right hand pass. Left kick pass, right kick pass. We do them properly, we do them fast. Speed it up for 30 seconds. Go, lay it around him.
So far, what do you think?
I like it. Yeah. It's different, yeah.
You're natural.
It's tough. I hope so.
You've done everything so well, so quick.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Keep it up. Keep it. He's just natural ability. I think this man could do any sport. I mean, we would love to keep him. Can we keep him?
No, he's coping well with the weather, I must admit.
No gloves.
No gloves, yeah. That's old school now, no gloves.
I can't, stress enough how cool this is. So thank you.
He's a super athlete. He's a super athlete. He's got it all. He's got it all. He's a tall, big, fast man, and a great pair of hands. If he was here all the time, he'd be playing for Mayo. Start with Brafey first, and then the Mayo team.
Aidan's first night in LA coincides with the NFL's showpiece event, the Super Bowl. In Brafey, it's time for a party.
How you doing, bud? How you doing, man? Nice to meet you, man. Are you Aiden? No, you're Connor.
Yeah, there's a few big American football fans in the club, so they're having a Super Bowl party tonight at home.
Good.
So it's going to be interesting. An NFL veteran joining the young bucks from Brafey.
If there was a Super Bowl party now in the US, it'd probably be a bit more crack than this, would it?
Definitely, yes. There would be females here. There would be music. It would be very different. Yeah, for sure, no question about it. But it's fine. This is fun. We're in Ireland, I'm in Ireland watching the Super Bowl. That's how many Americans get to do that.
The talk in Mayo eventually gets down to the money.
My second season went from $22,000 to $32,000 every 2 weeks. And then the third year went from $32,000 to $43,000 every 2 weeks. That money, when you see it coming in, you want to keep it coming in. So you want to stay on that field no matter what. Your hamstring could be tore off the bone and you just tell your coach, no, I'm good. I'm good. I can play. I think what you guys do here is still great because it reminds me of when I played football in high school where you do it for the love of the game. I honestly prefer that. I just wish that came with the money too, but it's one or the other.
So just had one day in LA. Heading down the coast here to San Diego. Yeah, so the idea of being down here for the next couple of days is to get into some different facilities to prep me for Saturday.
The Exos Athletes Performance Facility in San Diego provides specialist training for NFL players in the off-season, as well as prepping college graduates for the Combine.
It's absolute monsters. It's ridiculous.
It's a serious business. Athletes attend these camps for up to 8 weeks, paying thousands of dollars for the privilege.
Obviously, these guys are explosive. They have to be obviously massive, but they have to be quick on their feet, explosive. So it's interesting to see. You can see the difference in the coach calling out the guy that's not getting his feet out, moving his feet quick enough. So it's interesting. It's a tough business, so they're trying to get it right.
One athlete standing head and shoulders above his peers is Travis Wilson. At 6'7" and 233 pounds, he is a serious quarterback prospect who's expected to light up the NFL.
Why does everybody come to a place like this in prep for the combine?
For me, I get to work on all the drills that they're going to be running in the combine. Also, I'm working with the QB coach down here as well, so I'm able to throw with him and get my fundamentals as a quarterback.
Travis is happy to help out during Aidan's training session with coach Bill Kearney, who has guided more than 40 players to the NFL.
Every time you catch a ball from Travis, I want you to think about protect the football. To be even with all those other guys skill-wise, be ahead of them up here. Catch it and tuck it away. Travis, throw me a ball. That's beautiful. Very nice. You're going to drive up 5 yards, and at 5 yards, you are going to make a very square cut, a stick route.
Okay, now, we're getting there fast, but then it's, I don't know.
That's exactly what I want you to do. That looks like a football play right there. Okay, the route is arrow. Go! Now, catch, turn, and run. Tuck it over the ball. Good job. He's doing great, isn't he?
Yeah. Obviously, Travis is top-class quarterback. Having him here to work out with us is unbelievable. So, obviously, I'm learning the routes, and then when you have somebody just putting the ball in the play for you, it makes it all that much easier.
He's going to throw you a 1. Go! Good release. Flatten it out. Score a touchdown. Score a touchdown. If you run out of bounds on the 10, everybody at home's going to boo. Go! 2, 3. On your toes. That's it, Aiden. How long has he done this? A couple days? Unbelievable. Score a touchdown. You did a marvelous job. This is like going from kindergarten to graduate school, and you did it in 1 day. Way to support all of us from Ireland.
Thank you.
So obviously, we're here this evening to recognise some of the great achievements from 2015 from our young footballers. In particular, I'd like to welcome our very special transfer that we got in this season, Roberto Wallace.
I got a selfie stick right here. Had my first taste of Gaelic football, and I can tell you it was awesome. It was fun. I can say, that sport is tough. It really is, especially when you guys play on the field, what you guys call a pitch. And it's pretty muddy, and you have to run. It almost feels like you're running on sand. And thank you for having me. Thank you for taking me in as one of your own again, and I'm looking forward to being here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Super. We're going to put you up. We're going to put you up.
There is no let-up for Roberto as he attends a training session with John Tobin at the Connacht GAA Centre near Ballyhonus.
Right, turn around. Turn around. Whew. We're going to do just a little bit in the tackling. That's good. That's good. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Oh. That's okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's very good. Beautiful.
Exhausting.
Whew.
It's tough. Yeah, it's hard to breathe.
Under the upper hand. We don't want to go outside tonight.
Just on the way here to meet Porat Kearney, the flying doctor, one of 2 remaining alive that have won the All-Ireland in 1951. Something that I wasn't expecting to happen coming out here, just an opportunity that I couldn't miss. How's it going? Aidan O'Shea.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Absolute honour to meet you. How are you? How are you keeping?
I'm keeping pretty good.
Porat Kearney was a star of the last Mayo team to win the All-Ireland Championship in 1950 and 51. At the peak of his football powers, he emigrated to America to pursue his medical career.
Every Mayo person knows you as the flying doctor because you have flew back from the States to play for Mayo. But who gave you that nickname?
Well, it came from the event itself, but it was Micheál O'Hare, I think, that first coined the expression. And over the radio, he said, the Flying Doctor is back again for the final. So after that, a lot of people, it got into the press, and that was how it started.
How often did you fly back and forth?
They flew me back twice for the semi-final and final.
They're iconic medals anyway, because they're the only ones I have.
Yeah. Well, you beat us. You have 5 Connacht medals now, and probably another one this year.
I have 6.
Have you 6?
6, yeah.
These are the 2 All-Irelands. Sam Maguire Cup, Sean Flanagan holding, and I'm just beside him there. A younger me.
Haven't changed a bit. Us as players don't believe in the curse of 51. They say something happened on the way home that day after you won it. Is that just a load of rubbish?
I think it is, because we didn't all come home together. There was different cars and everything in those days. We didn't have all the fancy do's that you guys have now, the bus and everything.
In our warm-up area in McHale Park in the new stadium, we have on this side of the wall, we have like us lined up, the Mayo team, and on this side of the wall we have the 51
right?
team, yeah. So it's kind of trying to hopefully make a connection between the two. So that's the plan. But it's been too long.
So what do you hope to accomplish on this trip?
I'm expecting to be a bit out of my depth with these college kids coming out, going to the draft. Your son played American football though?
All my sons played American football.
I've never played American football before, so I'm just going to try and give it my best and see.
Well, you have the build for it. You have the build for a tight end.
That's where they're hoping to put me, but we'll see how I get on.
Well, I hope you're successful.
Yeah, hopefully that's the plan. Well, then I might get back to Mayo and there'll be war.
Top GAA player is swapping places with a professional, switching countries and switching codes as they both aim to survive the toughest trade. While Aiden is preparing for the NFL Combine in Houston, Texas, he has also been set a second challenge. He will kick a field goal in front of an NFL scout in the San Diego Chargers Stadium in 2 days' time. He prepares for that challenge with Michael Husted, a kicking coach who played 9 seasons in the NFL.
So what we'll do, I'm just going to walk you through kind of as if, as you are, just, hey, don't know anything about kicking. Now, the rule of thumb is your plant foot should be about ankle bone to heel, even with the middle of the ball. And ideally, you're making contact with the ball on the top.
So 2 steps, 3 steps back?
Let's go 3 back and 2 over. So if you notice, you kind of took a few too many extra steps there. There you go. Good. That was good. First field goal. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Right? So the field goal in the NFL, okay, the ball is going to be placed 8 yards behind. Set. There you go.
It's easier when you throw it back.
Right?
I suppose when you're watching telly, you think, oh, he can take as many steps as you want back. But obviously, it's I think it's 1.2 seconds, they said. If you don't get it off, you're going to get blocked or you're going to get hit. So.
Set.
147. We were supposed to record it when it got 125.
Set.
Pretty darn good. 116.
What'd you get?
116.
116. There you go. So there's no way they're coming off the edge of that one. There you go. NFL extra point. Good job.
In Mayo, NFL veteran Roberto Wallace is back at training. At home in California, he works as a high-performance trainer with NFL prospects and professionals and a host of other elite athletes.
Guys, here we go, guys. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
We're gonna warm up my way today, okay? So you're starting on your tippy toes and then you're going.
With that expertise in their midst, the Brafey coaches are keen to see what they can learn from him.
Knees up, pump your arms, knees up, pump your arms. Feet together, back and forth over the white line as fast as you can. So keep it up, keep it up. Go, 100%, 100%, 100%, full speed, full speed, full speed, full speed, full speed.
Also taking it in is Brafey and Mayo goalkeeper Rob Henley.
That's it, guys, grab water.
It's very good. It's really interesting. Yeah, really enjoying it. Learn a lot, like, and it's, I suppose, there's, with speed and stuff, there seems to be just a few percentages.
To be here, feet shoulder width. You're gonna explode out as far as you can. All right, go. Out and up.
Acceleration, yeah. Just got the first 5 yards getting out in front of your man, or if you're defending, keeping up and getting in front of him.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
That was brilliant. I think we'll get a lot from that. Yeah, great. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, for sure.
A successful NFL career can be very lucrative, and with the wealth comes the lifestyle. When a player needs a new home, there are specialist companies who will organise that for them.
Come on in. It's 5,200 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 6 bath. And the great thing about this property is how open it is, the high ceilings, light, bright, and you walk in and you have this view. So if you come outside here, you can see the 100-foot dock that we have. So you can have your boat. This home is listed for right under $5 million, which is a great price to be on the water.
Yeah, I can get used to this.
Not a bad place to be.
No.
This could be your view. You have this, and this is what you wake up to every day, so.
This is the key.
Yep.
And is the property tax, is there property tax for?
The property tax is just a little over 1% of the purchase price. You're fitting in well.
I think so.
I'm gonna leave you alone just to kind of walk around. If you have any questions, I'll be downstairs.
Brilliant. Thank you, Aaron.
Oh, you're welcome.
She definitely thinks that I'm going to actually be interested in buying this house and that I have the funds. If I could get down to 4.5, I'd be happy with that. You know, I actually love the walk-in wardrobe. Like, my room when I build my own house is going to be like this. It's unbelievable. Property tax is only 1%. It's okay. 1% of 5 million. So. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
Where do I get a boat? Next purchase is the boat.
Perfect. We'll help you with that too.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
While Aidan dreams of the high life, it's a little more down to earth for Roberto as he's put to work on the family farm of his Brafey teammate, Rob Henley.
This is my father, Robert.
How you doing?
How are you getting on? You're welcome.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure. Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
All those mares down along are all due to fall in the next 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah.
Do you have any experience with horses?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to ride them at the fair and at the rivers for 50 cents. Oh, I can smell the ammonia now. The most poop I've ever cleaned.
So we'll throw a saddle on. Which one of those, Roberto?
Which one?
Which one would you like to ride out on this morning?
The safest one. the kindest one.
Yeah.
You can nearly hug her, like she's very, very friendly.
Yeah, she's a dote. She's leading you now more than you're leading her, I think.
She's so pretty.
Are you playing football now, Roberto?
I am not. I'm retired. Come on.
And did you retire with injury or just...
Zero. Thank goodness, no. 0 injuries. Just.
Well, you look quite young to have retired.
Yeah, I'm just 29.
You had your money made. I haven't retired yet.
Yeah.
No.
That's probably the biggest difference that you see between like GA and American football.
Yeah.
So like you're only 29 yet.
Yeah.
If let's say you stop playing at the top level, you go back and you play at a lower level. And
Yeah. American football puts so much mileage on your body that I mean, the things you have to do as a human being to stay on the field are things that you wouldn't naturally do, you know, and
Putting on all that padding, like.
you're putting all the padding. That's one of the things.
In 3 days, Aiden will travel to Houston, Texas to take part in the NFL Combine. A key part of the trials will be running routes, which he practices with the San Diego Nighthawks. He also needs to be ready for speed and agility tests. Prince Daniels Jr. and Jason Carter, both NFL veterans themselves, are on hand to offer advice.
The drill is to stay as linear as possible, straight lines. Figure 8, around the cone, come back in. Main thing is to lean.
Good. Come on.
Nice, come on.
Coming through there.
Yes, we got 7:08.
Lean.
7.18. 5-10-5 drill. Wanna open up, put that hand down.
Explode.
Explode it. Come on. You got a 4-6-5.
You got stuck right here. Yeah, that won't do it. There you go, come on.
That's good.
Yeah, that was. But it's okay though.
4.51. This is the 40-yard dash. It's one of the toughest events or drills that you do at the combine. You have to run as fast as you can, but you have to not think, but be more reactive. So he just has to just go, and don't think about it. Five-0.
You can get it under 5.
Four, 6-1.
Has to be a lie. Hey, that was. I want to see it. Hey. 4-6-1.
Nice, man. Stay relaxed, and make sure that you maintain confidence.
Appreciate you guys taking some time out. Cheers.
You're welcome,
Thank you. Cheers.
Man. You're welcome.
With no let-up in the rain, Roberto is on the hunt for gloves before his next training session.
Yeah, ready for Mayo. A little bit tight.
See, I usually play in goal, so I spend a lot of time near full forwards.
Yeah.
Bouncing and hitting.
Having proven himself on the Henley farm, Rob has invited Roberto to McHale Park for a bit of shooting practice.
This can't be on film. That has to be good. All right. Don't come too straight onto him. Sometimes it's unrealistic when you're coming straight at him like that. And he actually caught the ground.
Especially when you have someone on you, though.
Exactly. So usually you're going to be shielding someone with your left side and shooting like that. It's a much harder shot to save as well. Maybe try from a different angle.
Yeah.
From the other side. Oh, you're a little bit off balance kicking that one.
Good.
Oh, holy frick. Oh, he's a great guy. I'm so impressed with him. Obviously, he's a physical specimen. He's unreal, but and he can move. And the shot on him, my God, I don't envy the keeper on Saturday. So when the ball's coming in this time, I'll be up behind you a little bit. He's actually getting me personally to think about how lucky I am to have what I have in my sport. He's making me question everything around me, not just the way we play the sport, but everything that goes with it. And I think having that perspective, the more we can do it and look outside ourselves and bring it back into what we're doing ourselves, the better. And he's definitely been a breath of fresh air and brave this week. That's brilliant finishing. Very, very good.
At the Chargers Stadium in San Diego, the first of Aiden's 2 challenges is upon him.
So we know on Saturday I'm going to be heading to the combine, but one of the challenges for the week is also to kick a field goal. It's probably one of the only things that maybe we can translate from one game to the other, but as I know from earlier in the week, it's not quite as easy as it looks, so let's see how we go.
In order of importance, direction, elevation, and rotation, in that order.
Assessing his performance is Super Bowl winner John Kearney. John played as a kicker in the NFL for a staggering 23 seasons and is the third highest point scorer in NFL history. John will time the field goals from snap to kick. Aidan has just 3 attempts to see if he is up to NFL standard.
All right, that's a 1.6, not bad timing. Let's go 28-yard line on the hash. Okay, that was a 1.55. It's getting close to our NFL time. All right, we'll bounce around. Now we go to the right hash. Lucky. And that's a 1.35, which is acceptable in the NFL with good protection.
That was good. Thank you.
Good stuff.
Cheers.
Obviously, you don't do this in Gaelic football, so to pick this up as quickly as you have is fantastic. The one thing we would work on if we were really pushing you into the NFL was the elevation. Ireland has just showed up. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Good job.
Cheers.
Cheers.
GAA Club Championship sponsor AIB have taken 2 sportsmen, a professional and an amateur, and asked them to swap places. They are thrown headfirst into the unknown, striving to thrive in the toughest trade.
Hey, Roberto.
Coach, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Former Miami Dolphin Roberto Wallace will tug out for Brafey in a challenge match against their local rivals Park in 2 days' time. His final training session is with former Mayo manager James Horan.
Good defending. Good. He's just telling me his standing jump is 38 inches, right? So just put that in perspective, what he'd be like under the high ball. And then his footwork. He's one of those guys that could play any sport. Oh, good finish. That's the one thing that stands out. Your feet are so quick.
Yeah, for a receiver in the NFL, especially in the NFL,
yeah,
you gotta have quick feet. Quick hands, quick feet, yeah.
See, that's it. Superman.
Thank you.
Having worked up an appetite, Roberto accepts a dinner invitation.
We're having salmon. Ed would hate it, but we're having lasagna also because when my boys come home on a Friday night, they slag that I have the nicest dinner for Shamie or Connor. Aidan lives here all the time, and he says, "Ma'am, how come Friday and Saturday are the best days for dinner?" Okay, I wish my sister was here because she's much better at the cooking than I am, and I'm not so bad at the talking, but this is actually now getting very warm. Now, will that do you for a minute? Will it? Oh, gee.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going, big man?
Nice to see you.
Oh, yeah, good to see you.
With dinner served, Aidan's mum Sheila asks Roberto about moving to America as a teenager.
You're Panamanian?
Yeah, so I was born
so
and
how come
raised.
You're an American citizen?
I'm an American citizen because my dad used to be in the U.S. military.
Right,
and Panama was a territory back in the days.
Mm.
It was really a perfect situation till 1998 where the Panama Canal Treaty ended with the U.S. And that's when we had to leave because my dad's job was leaving along with the Americans. San Diego was the choice. I had an aunt there. One of his sisters was there, so sent me out there. He spent about 6 months or so with me there, and then he left. And he said, "Well, here you go.
Here you go."
Make
Which
it happen."
was the best he could do.
He just said here you go, figure it out. And I did. I mean, look at where I'm today. I'm
Good
sitting
for
here.
you. Fair play. I think that's fab. It's a great story, you know. A pleasure, an absolute pleasure. And come here, it was lovely to meet you, and I really hope you've enjoyed it.
Over the past few days, Aidan has been getting some insight into what's involved in pursuing a career in the NFL. Part of that process is securing an agent.
The average top starters in the NFL at this point are making, so the top 15 average, making about $14-15 million per year. That's kind of where the market is, and it's going up and up.
Ryan Boucher of Paradigm Sports represents many athletes, including Conor McGregor.
So obviously going down to the Combine in Houston on Saturday, will all these kids that are going to be at the Combine have agents? Will they be represented going into the Combine and have been for a while?
Yes, these college kids, essentially, typically, in 99% of the time, they're signing more or less right after the season has ended. With you, obviously, you're not coming out of a college program, so if you can be the fastest, the biggest, the strongest, and show the player that you can potentially be, that allows me as an agent to use, hey, look, he hasn't played football, but look at the numbers compared to the football players. Somebody has the opportunity to spend very little and potentially get a lot.
Would I like to be a professional athlete? Yeah, there's pros and cons, but at the end of the day, you play the game that, I look at it this way, I play the game that I love. You know, obviously playing, if somebody came and offered me a contract in the NFL, it might be a different story because it's such a massive sport, and seeing the professionalism over the last couple of days, and the facilities alone, and just the coaching, and it's such a massive deal over here, and it might be a wee bit different, but I'm lucky that we're very competitive with Mayo and Brafey, and obviously hugely passionate about my club, and that's where it starts and finishes. I know it's a cliche, but I play the game I love, and that's where I'm happy.
Tomorrow, Roberto will play full forward with Brafey in a challenge match against their local rivals. Some of his teammates join him on a climb of Croagh Patrick.
Hopefully I've learned enough of the game and the technique that it takes to play the position, so hopefully I won't disappoint. Just want to go out there and help the guys out and hope that I have something to contribute and bring to the table in the short time that I've been here.
Yeah, a lot of people do travel all over to climate, so I think it's about time we've done it.
Croagh Patrick, check. Off the bucket list.
Yes.
Everest next.
This is it, final trek, no more stopping. Go, 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 go.
Definitely intensifies the experience here in Ireland. It's just been beautiful here.
You made it.
It's stunning. It's just incredible. I really don't have words to describe it. You kind of have to come up here and do it yourself and see it.
Yeah, at this stage, I'm obviously getting very close now to the Combine. So just have a couple of routes. You got your stick route, the branch route, arrow, corner route, seam route. So just basically they're the ones they're more than likely going to call for on the day of the Combine, and try and imprint it in the mind for when I get into the drills. Just looking forward to being involved in it. So Houston, here we come.
On arriving in Houston, Aidan has a concern about where in the order he will be placed.
I'm thinking not first and not last. Let's just hope they don't do an alphabetical order by first name, Aidan O'Shea. Because I'm pretty sure there's some of these drills I ain't going to have a clue how to do, so I'm going to have to be a quick learner and watch the guys ahead of me. Hope there's a lot of errands.
Guys, we can say with tremendous confidence that the game of football is the greatest game ever invented, correct? Sure. And we're going to put you on a platform so that we can decide whether you can play at the next level. Fellas, it's your time. This is your time. It's not easy to get to that NFL. It's not easy to get up there. Only the elite make it. And you guys have that opportunity today. And that means give everything you got. Don't leave anything on the field. Because what happens is you're gonna go back to your house and you're gonna look in the mirror and say, you know what? I didn't give it everything I got. Don't let that happen. Your chance is now. Make sure when you go back to that mirror, you're able to tell it you gave it everything you got. Everybody got it?
The guys are obviously very nervous and they're hardly even talking to each other, so the place is massive, but you can cut the tension seriously with a knife around here.
And I just got a text in. Please, can you mention that Brafey GAA will take on Park GAA in a challenge match, which will see NFL American footballer Roberto Wallace lining out with the Brafey team.
I'm good. Well, I got a good night's sleep. Ready to go.
Jersey number there, Evan is a goal. Colin Travis is 2. Tommy Roddy 13. Roberto is 14. Gareth Dennis 15.
Ready to go. Ready to see what I'm able to do today. These guys have been waiting all week for this, so.
Let's try and get a good mix, right, of running the ball, right, and getting long diagonal balls into Roberto full forward. Okay? Roberto's the captain for the day, right?
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm gonna, leave it all out there as best as I can and just help you guys produce as much as possible, okay? Thank you guys again. Thank you.
Good luck with everything. Thank you. Showtime. Let's go, fellas.
So the first time you ran it was 5:07. And then you made improvement on the second one with a 5:03. You got it.
Yeah, would have been happier if I broke into the fours, but would have been nice to even come in at 4:09. Would have been happy, but I don't know. Yeah, watch this stuff. Pick and jump, you got calves the size of my head. I'm glad I'm not following that. Slip first time as well, my good side.
Man, those dudes right there are freaks of nature. Seriously, those guys, man, look like they eat cornbread water. I'm not sure.
First time going to the right,
Yeah,
4.71, little slip, yeah. Second time, all right. Second time, 4.60, a lot smoother. But for never doing it, real good job.
Yeah, happy enough, yeah. Decent time.
It's difficult today. Conditions are pretty tough, so it's hard to get used to. If you're not used to playing Gaelic football, it's difficult to get used to,
He's had a lot of chances. He's thrown himself around. He's on the ball a fair bit. It's just been unlucky. We're playing with fear. If we make a mistake, get up and recover. Play without fear.
I'll make do. I'll make it happen. Yeah, I'll try to get him goal.
Yeah, he's doing very well. His handling is good. Maybe the pickup was catching him a little bit, but we might keep him for the championship.
Come on, Roberto! Well on, well on, well on. Keep it going, Roberto!
That's good work. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I know I suck, but it's all right. Give me one more year and I'll be good.
Throw me the football. It's one shot, one opportunity, and miss it, you miss it.
Yeah, you know, looking at your numbers, you know, you're just slightly off.
Yeah.
But part of that is not playing the game. You're not that far off. You can see the athleticism. You've got some of that explosive stuff. So, I mean, for a guy that's learning in a week, it's a big step to come to here, you know, and compete with the guys that have been doing this, you know, 15, 16, 17 years since, you know, they're little kids.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
I just guess a few words just on my behalf. Just thank you so much, really to the guys, you know, the whole, the town, the city, I mean, everyone, just the whole country. Thank you so much for being so welcoming and just so wonderful. I mean, the week has been amazing. I mean, this will be a memory for the rest of my lifetime. Weather aside, everything else has been amazing, you know. Words cannot describe my appreciation and my gratitude for you guys taking me in and showing me a good time. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Definitely something, you know, I look back on in 20 years' time and say, whoa, took part in an NFL Combine. It's something that I would never in my wildest dreams would have thought that would have happened. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and I'm glad I took part.